What is up, Flockers? That is my fellow Lockers and aspiring Lockers. In today's video, I thought I would just give y'all an update on my undercut with my Microlocs and just check in and let y'all know how that's going. So if you're interested in that, then stick around. Y'all, it has been probably about a month now since I did the big chop or the partial big chop and chopped off the sides. As you can see, my hair obviously in that time has grown back in. And in the past, when I've done my undercut, I probably wouldn't have let it get to this length. I probably would have cut it and kept it short, but something about the whole like seeing the color of my scalp look just isn't working for me anymore. And my more mature seasoned age, I like having the darker sides because, especially depending on where, like the direction that someone's looking at you in, it can give the illusion that you have a full head of hair. Like when I have it pulled back like this, depending on where someone's sitting or how they're looking, it could look like I have a short haircut from top to bottom, or it could just give off the appearance that I have a full head of locks that, which I don't. So I do enjoy that. Another update or something, I was considering trimming the existing locks so that way they'd be even all the way around, because when I had all of my hair on the sides and the back, obviously my hair was growing in this like nice layered, so I had layers and it looked natural and it looked good, whereas now I still have those same layers, but it's looking like I have a bob almost because, but yeah, so again, when my sides were shorter and you could see my scalp more so, I don't know, I guess maybe I felt a little insecure about the way it looked when I wore it down, and then I was like, maybe if I trim them up to where they're all the same length, then it won't look so bad. But I've gotten to the point where I actually kind of like it. I don't typically wear my hair down that often, or if I do, I probably have it like swoop to the side. I'm not wearing a middle part really. But this is what it's looking like when it's down, middle part. Okay, but yeah, typically I'm wearing it the way y'all saw it as I first started the video, with my hair pulled back, or I have it up in like a bun. Something that I've been starting to do, which I like, is just this simple like basket weave to do it. And so if you know how to basket weave, then this is nothing new, but just literally taking a couple from each side and basket weaving as I go back. And just for time's sake, I'm not being super particular, paying too much attention to how I'm doing this. But if I was, maybe I'd try to be a little bit more accurate of how many I'm taking from each side. So I'm not taking 3 from one side and 10 from the other. But yeah, this is kind of a nice little quick style that I've been doing that I like, where it gives it a little bit more oomph than just a regular ponytail. But it's quick and simple and easy to do. Could put like a bobby pin in and rock it like that with the back still hanging out, and then you have this nice little thing like that. Or how I typically will do it, will just gather all the hair after I've done that and then put it into a ponytail. So then, yeah, like I said, you still have the same going back ponytail, but it's a little nicer and neater and cinched in than just a regular old ponytail. So that's what that one's looking like. But yeah, those are my go-tos. And then, like I said, just the bun up top, whether it's a super high bun or a medium bun, it's kind of the space that I'm operating in now. But yeah, at some point I will trim my hair, but I don't think I will ever go down to the scalp again to where it's just bald, just because I don't like the way that looks. And to me, like I said, it just draws more attention, because then the contrast of like my dark hair with my scalp being extra light bright, wasn't feeling that. So I much rather prefer to have hair on the sides and in the back. And I think maybe even as it gets a little bit longer, I will take some gel, wet the hair, and take some gel and just kind of brush it down just so it doesn't look so B2B like it does right now. But yeah, y'all, I'm really feeling it. I'm liking it. It speeds up wash days, even though wash days were already quick, but now they're even quicker. Before they took 10 minutes, now they take, I don't know, 5 minutes. The hair doesn't dry any faster. As a whole, it dries faster because there's less hair to dry, but I mean, my locks still dry relatively quickly. Reties are exponentially quicker. You know, now it used to take me 2 days of about 3 to 4 hours each day to do my reties. Now I'm able to do my retie in 1 day, in one sitting, in probably about an hour and a half, 2 hours. I'd say closer to 2 hours, but yeah, so knock down the retie time, which is awesome. And then, yeah, I've just been liking it. It's lighter, it's new. Like I said, I was itching for a change and didn't want to just chop all my hair off, but I did want something new. So this was a way for me to get something new without completely changing my hair and taking it away, because I am the type that I like changing things up every now and then. But if I were to cut all my hair off, I'd be regretting it 6 months later. Or not regretting it, but I'd be like, well, dang, I kind of want my locks back. So then I'd have to start the journey all over again. And this way I don't have to. And I did keep all of my locks that I cut off. So they're in wonderful condition. They are clean. So if I do decide at some point that I want to reattach them, I don't know that I would though. I mean, it is a possibility, but just the thought of attaching, I don't even know how many got cut off, 150, 200 locks back because they're micro. Like if I had traditional size locks and I had 80, you know, locks like I've had in the past, or 90, then maybe I'd consider reattaching the whole head at one point. But Microlocs, I don't know that I'd ever consider reattaching Microlocs, because that just, yeah, that would just take forever. Or if I did reattach, maybe I'd only reattach a little bit. Like if for whatever reason I wanted to take my undercut down some, instead of it being so high, maybe I would reattach like 2 rows on both sides just to add a little bit more hair. But I don't think y'all gonna get me with the full head of Microlocs unless I were to do a journey from start to finish again in the future. But that is not the plan as of now. I don't know what the plan is, but I know the plan is not to cut all my hair off. I'm still loving the journey. Everything's still the same. I still have scalp and dandruff issues, so none of that's changed. If you've been on my channel before, then you know about all that, and I've got plenty of videos that tell you about the products that I use to combat my my dry scalp, and the other products that I use on my locks. I'm still washing the same, still conditioning the same, still using my DIY oil and my other products that I use for conditioning my locks and whatnot. So none of that has changed. The only thing that's changed is that I have less hair and a bit of a different look that, like I said, I'm really enjoying and feeling. So I'd be interested to know in the comments if you have ever done an undercut and if you would ever consider doing one with your locks. Yeah, what do you feel about it? Because like I said, maybe in all work scenarios, it wouldn't be the optimal thing to do. You know, if you're working a corporate job that expects you to have your hair a certain way, then maybe a more edgy look wouldn't work for you and rocking it to the side like that or anything. But the good thing is that, you know, especially if you do have an extra row or 2 of your locks that you keep on the sides, then you can wear your hair down and you wouldn't notice that you had an undercut, or you can rock it in different styles if you have to pull your hair back to keep it out of your face. Granted, you know, if your locks were longer than mine are, but you could get away with rocking it in a low pony or whatever if you needed to do that for your job, to where you wouldn't have to, you know, keep a full head of locks if you didn't necessarily want one, but you still wanted to do an undercut. You see? Yeah, you see it a little bit on the sides, but I'm sure the women out there can get creative if they wanted to and find a way to swoop it and make a bang or make some type of little thing if you wanted to do something creative. I mean, I'm just literally going off the fly. But I'm sure that there's a way that if you needed to conceal it, you could do a swoop, put your little flower beret in there or something. I don't know. But yeah, y'all know. But yeah, I'm loving it. I'm enjoying it. And I hope that y'all are enjoying this part of my journey too. If you found this video helpful, then make sure to hit that like button so that I know what type of content you're enjoying, and also hit the subscribe button so that you can join the flock. And before you go anywhere, check out some of the other videos that have popped up on the screen. See you later.